Hello, this is Dr. John Pepper, and I'd like to welcome you to our video of the month. Our focus this month is on men's health, and more specifically what I'd like to go over with you today are 5 tips so that you can boost your testosterone levels naturally. Now, just for a minute, I'd like to talk about testosterone itself. Men typically reach their peak at about 20 in their 20s, and then by the age of 30, testosterone levels start to drop about 1.5% every year. And that's considered a normal phenomenon in life. Although what happens, some men see a drop more dramatically than that, and this is referred to as andropause, or as we like to nickname it, menopause, because a lot of the symptoms are very similar to what women experience in menopause. Things such as decreased sex drive, the inability to keep good muscle mass on, more abdominal fat, lack of energy or drive, and depression. These are some of the common symptoms we see, and you've probably seen the commercials on TV where they talk about low T or low testosterone, and it is very important that your testosterone levels are in an optimal range. Recent studies show that 88% increase in risk of death of men who had low testosterone levels versus men who had normal testosterone levels. So you can see the importance here. Also, testosterone, when it's at a normal range there, has a very protective effect against chronic degenerative diseases, things like cardiovascular disease, diabetes, certain types of cancers, including prostate cancer and osteoporosis. So it's very important that we keep these testosterone levels in a normal, optimal range. And with that, let's go ahead and get into these 5 tips. The first tip that I have for you is that you have to take on an anti-inflammatory diet. And what we're talking about here is that you have to have plenty of fresh vegetables and some fruits in your diet. As far as meat consumption, beef is very helpful and healthy as long as it's grass-fed and organic, meaning it doesn't have any antibiotics or hormones added to it. But very important that it is grass-fed. Another point to this is that you either limit or even eliminate sugar and grains from your diet, because these definitely can crash your testosterone production. The last part of an anti-inflammatory diet is making sure you have plenty of good quality oils and fats in your diet, and these include things like your raw nuts and raw seeds, which also these include or have some of your minerals in them like zinc and selenium, which are very important in testosterone production and even healthy prostate function. Also, getting adequate omega-3 essential fatty acids is important, along with some healthy saturated fats such as coconut oil. The last one that I can mention here is avocados. Having regular servings of avocado are very good sources of oils and fats in your diet. And the reason for this is that your hormones and testosterone are produced from these healthy oils and fats. Those are the building blocks for it. So you've got to make sure you're getting plenty of these in your diet. The second tip I want to talk about is how you exercise. Now, any type of exercise is beneficial for healthy testosterone production, but even to fine-tune it a little bit more, if you are doing this burst type of training, this has been found to really significantly give a boost to your testosterone levels. When we're talking about cardio types of training, you can look at what we call high-intensity interval training. And this is real simple. You can do it on any type of cardio you like, whether it's the elliptical, the bike, swimming, running, whatever your mode of cardio is. And basically, you warm up for a couple of minutes, and then you do a 30-second burst or sprint. And then you rest or do a very slow, relaxed pace for 90 seconds, and then do another 30-second burst. And you do 8 or 9 of these sessions, so it takes you about 20 minutes. And this is very, very powerful. And then when we talk about strength training, your burst type of strength training exercises like squats and deadlifts are very good. One of my favorites is burpees, which doesn't even require any equipment at all. So these are your types of exercises that you want to do to naturally boost your testosterone the most. The third on the list is optimizing your vitamin D levels. And ideally you want to get this from being out in the sunshine. You may need to supplement with extra vitamin D, natural vitamin D, which is D3. And the only way to know if you're getting enough vitamin D and your levels are right is to have your blood levels checked. And these numbers should come back optimally between 50 and 70. And then the fourth step that I want to talk about is reducing stress. Stress, anytime you're under increased levels of stress, naturally is going to increase cortisol levels in your body. And cortisol completely, whenever it gets too high, will zap your level of testosterone production. So it's very important that you have normal, healthy levels of cholesterol, that these aren't getting too high because of increased stress levels. And then the last one that we found very helpful, not only for men but for women too, to help balance hormones, is taking a natural herb called tribulus, or the natural name for it is called puncture vine. And this has been very helpful in naturally supporting healthy levels of testosterone. So with that, I hope you find this information very helpful. Again, this is Dr. John Pepper. Be happy, be healthy, and be well.